As you're joining, please say hello in chat. Let us know your name and where you're joining from. I can already see, we have techies from different locations, right? From the group, I was able to tell some friends are from Lagos, some are from Abuja, some are from Ondo, Ogun State. I even saw Uyo. Like, guys, that's a whole lot. So welcome and thank you so much, for taking your time out of your evening to be here. All right. Yeah, let me see. Okay, so now
Sure.
now that talking
Good
out.
evening.
Good evening.
I am
Welcome.
fine.
Welcome,
I
Victoria.
know. I said that.
All right, let me see how to
How
mute.
are you, ma'am?
I'm very well. I'm very well. Oh, that's Victoria. What's up? Yeah, welcome.
I'm
I think. mm,
Good evening, your Techie.
Good evening, Mr. Carlo. How are you doing? Good evening, everyone.
I'm good.
Nice, nice,
Nice to
great.
see you.
I wish I can say the same, but yeah, I'm sure I'll see you soon. All right. Oh, I need to disable mic at this point, I guess. Okay, a few seconds, guys. Thank you so much for taking your time. Let's expand. Okay, finally found the setting. Okay, this should do justice. Yes. So I can see Victoria is already on the call. I can see Adam. I can see Osar Rating Man, Otomborg Akpan. Then I can see Victoria. Okay, good. Okay, I can see Manuel, James, Ikechi. Ikechi, I know you. Ikechi, James, Ifelua. It's been years. Felix, Christopher, Ashadas Grace, Emmanuel, Barines. Esther, David, Chijindu. Yeah, one guy, I know. Aziz, Funshaw, Akimoladu, Ajayi. So what is that? My same surname here. That's nice. That's nice. So welcome, friends. Welcome. I was just going to just get started right away. Serious. I'm sorry that it's big on punctuality. You are in, and I do appreciate friends that were able to, join early because that's really good. Yeah. So I believe I can just say this because I'm genuinely excited that you guys made our time to be here. Because you could have done other things with your time tonight, but then you decide to be here. And I can categorically tell you that tonight will save you some months, if not years, of confusion. Because trust me, I've been at this stage you were, right? Yeah, and I know you're here because of you, right? You want more for yourself. And you might have been thinking about tech for a while. Might have been confused, or maybe you're completely new, or some friends there might have even started, somewhere and stopped. Whatever brought you here, really, I'm just really, really glad you came. Welcome. Grab your seat, sit tight. You might be with your notebook and pen, jot things down because today's session is really, really packed. Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 6, how clear do you currently feel about, starting a career in DevOps? So I'm just going to share my screen while we go over this session. So feel free to drop a chat from 1 to 6. I have this smiley face that is going to let you know whatever you're selecting right now. Okay. How confused do you currently feel about starting a tech career? I believe my screen should be up already. Let me see. Okay, great. Yeah, so the chat is turned on, but it's going to be turned off for some time so that we don't get distracted. But now the chat is turned on. Feel free, drop a message at the rate of 1 to 6. Look at these emojis. The one that is smiling, the one that is looking confused, the one that is like, oh, how confused do you currently feel about starting a tech career? Because in tonight's session, we want to ensure that if you start with this angry face, this confused face. You do not leave here with this face. That's the goal in tonight's session. We don't want you leaving and you still feel confused. All right. Instead, we want you smiley, gain clarity that okay, oh, this cloud and DevOps is not even tough. So it is this, it is that. Trust me, guys, I've prepared a lot for you. We're even going to be having a practical demo just so you have this insight that it will look like magical, but then it's not magic. You know that kind of feeling. And I'm really excited I'm able to do this. This is my goal, right? One of my dreams. Let me put it that way. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of chats currently. Some friends are feeling good. Emmanuel says number 3. That's actually a confused face or a clueless face. That's fine. Fola Shade says feeling great. Yeah, I'm also feeling great. Nice to have you. But is like, yeah. Oh, it says I'm not presenting anymore. Okay, let me go look at that again. Okay, maybe when I stopped, tried hiding this. Okay, is it better? Bring the call back here. Okay, show my screen anyway. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Oh, Emmanuel says feel good, but without mentor, it's so confusing. I totally understand. Without mentor, yes, it can be confusing. God says this is great. The fear of not starting early. Oh, the fear of not starting early. That's very true. This time around, some people just feels like, oh, everybody's doing tech. Maybe I'm too late. In fact, when I started, I was like that too. I'm like, during COVID times, 2020, a lot of people got remote jobs. At some point, I was feeling like, oh, maybe I didn't start early, but that's not true, right? Tech is very broad. The opportunities are everywhere. Even now, the opportunities are getting bigger. Do you understand? So let's stop the fear of not starting early. Every says confusing, right? Then the goal is to ensure you don't go confused. Alala says right mentorship. That's nice. Victoria says I'm confused though. I totally get it. I totally get it. We're gonna switch the face, right? The confused face to this smiley face. Hi friends, if you see me looking this way, I'm still with you 100%. I have a second screen. I'm sharing my screen from my second screen, so that's how I'll be looking here. But you still have me 100%. Okay. Yeah, thank you so much. I see the reactions. You guys are doing great. Babatunde says at age 51. Wow, that's another thing. Yeah, you might be thinking, oh, I'm too old. But the good thing about tech is age is not a barrier, right? I've taught learners that are 55 years old and they're doing well. Do you understand? They are doing well. So the goal is, can you do the job? Are you willing to learn? Do you understand? Age is not a barrier. You're not going to see a tech job that will say we only want to hire people 20 years old or 30 years old. None. And we're going to take a look at some of those opportunities today. You see what recruiters want. You will see that there are no age limits. And there are people, feel free to make your research. There are popular people that have been able to transition to tech at age 60, 60, 65 years old. Can you believe that? There's also this popular actress, Bookie Wright. She was able to transition to tech. Oh, it's on, it's on. Anybody can just join. Try the person to try to join. Locked. Yeah, Bookie Wright was able to transition from being an actress. She actually worked in tech in the particular country, was it UK or US? People to look at out like age is not a barrier. In fact, nothing should even be a barrier. The only barrier should be you. Are you willing to learn? Do you understand? Do you want to learn the skills? Because that's what matters. Can you do the job? Every time what matters is, can you do the job? So yes, let me see. Do I have more chats? Tech job only needs your skill. Okay, Pusha says some of us understand that tech job only needs your skill. That's very true. And we're going to explore all of those opportunities tonight. Yeah, you're on point. Yeah, okay, okay. So yes, friends, let's continue with our session. Okay, so before I go into technical part, I know a lot of friends want to hear cloud DevOps. Some already feel like that's strange. So I just want to let you know a bit about my story. All right, to let you know that I wasn't born in tech. If I took a long time before I even know what cloud and DevOps is. All right, so I just want to share you to you my honest story. All right, let you know where I'm coming from, how my background is, because I'm someone that has no background knowledge at all. Let me see, allow this time. Okay. So I wasn't born with cloud computing knowledge or whatnot. So please come have a recorded class. So yes, this session is recorded and it's going to be available immediately, immediate processing is done and the like. So yeah, that's fine. Okay. All right. So for now, I think I'll turn off the chat so that we are focused on this session for now, right? But I'll turn on the chats consequently, like so. Okay. All right, Michelle. I believe I'm still sharing my screen. Good, good, good. So yes, I am Mary Ajayi. Let me introduce myself properly. I am Mary Ajayi. I'm a cloud and DevOps engineer, also a technical trainer with your Techie Hub, and I'm also the founder of your Techie Hub. So now my background is non-techie at all, non-tech. I was a classroom teacher and I studied nursery and primary education in Ekiti State University. Yes, I went to university to study nursery and primary education. Do you know what that means? That means I was teaching nursery and primary school students. That's what I'm certified for. And that I did. Right, that I did. I enjoyed doing that. And this was me in 2015 plus. Right, see me with the student I was teaching then. Yeah, I was working on the mainland part of Lagos. Teachers can actually earn small money. They don't blame us. But then I tried, I was earning, having fun with my learners. This is in 2015. So I worked there for about 4 years. And okay, guys, sorry, I'm seeing some messages that people are unable to join. Oh, I did not turn off on lobby or something. Let me see. Sorry, friends. Let me just check what is going on. Meeting access. Mm, I think it should be good now. Just tell them to try joining again. All right. Yeah, I believe I'm still sharing my screen. So I'll just share my story, right? From studying nursery and primary education, now I was teaching, as a nursery and primary school teacher in 2015, mainland. I was like a local champion, worked in about 3 different schools. I was doing really well. Then I feel like that money is small. Then I was highest paid in this particular school I was in. I was earning 30,000 naira per month. Highest paid. I cannot tell the other teachers my salary because I know they were earning 20K, 25K. I was the highest paid. I don't ever say that. Right. But then that money obviously wasn't enough. And I'd be like, okay, the next place I could get higher pay as a classroom teacher would definitely be on the island. So yes, I went to Lekki. I got a job in Lekki and I was offered times three the salary I was getting on the mainland. I was so happy, not knowing that high cost of living in Lekki will cut up to me, right? That cut up to me because accommodation, feeding, and I was happy here though. I worked close to 2 years, or at least 2 years, right, from 2019 to 2021. So it was awesome. I learned some assets, speaking with these rich kids. I know. So this was nice. And just at 2021, I just took a very bold step, like, because I know I loved tech. I wanted to see the possibilities that were in tech, and I knew that classroom teaching thing wouldn't take me to that future that I really wanted for myself. So yes, I made this post on LinkedIn. This was my very first post on LinkedIn. I made this post April 2021. If you have time, feel free to go to my LinkedIn profile after the session, of course. Scroll down, you see my very first post is this post. I feel like, oh, I took a very bold step this month. I quitted my 7 a.m. job. I was working 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Then I was in Naja. I will leave Naja 5 a.m. just so I could get there 7 a.m. So I was working like 5 to 10. Sometimes I get back home very late because I do home lessons. Then I'll go late by 10 p.m. Like I was working like 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. I get home. All right. So I feel like, oh, I'm very glad I quitted that job and I'm trying to start my career in web development. So that's the first part I took in tech then, right? Because I was also confused. I didn't know where to start. I just had to call some friends. I really like this tech thing, I like pressing computer. I know, like, what can I do? So the friend told me, oh, web development. He connected me with someone I learned with. So I'd be like, okay, web development. Because of course I didn't know what to do. I just have to pick something, that comes readily available that somebody recommended to me. So I did web development. And at that point, I'm like, oh, so far I can probably say I took the right step. There is no going back since I'm doing what I love. I'm so happy. I can't wait to see more of the greatness I'll be unleashing. Blah, 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 wings. So if I won't greet me, keep it up. That's a good one. And yeah. Sorry, guys, I'm just still getting messages of we can't join the session. So I just had to address that. All right, so some people are even greeting me, keep it up. That's good. You know, I became jobless. So some people are cheering me up on LinkedIn. They cheer me for getting jobless, but then I was really excited that I wanted to learn something that would give me more flexibility. So yes, so let's see how did this tech journey go. I'm going to my next slide. So yeah, this was me. I was learning web development. In my screen, I was coding. So yeah, I was doing programming language like PHP, HTML, CSS. And I was happy. 2021. So that same 2021, I got my very first job. All right, let me see. Yeah, I got my very first internship offer with Transform Africa. This was a very exciting organization I worked with. And from here, after the 6 months internship, I got in as their staff. It was so exciting. I learned a lot of things, got a lot of certifications until the job ended. And I found myself back in a loop. At that point, web development started getting saturated. I could hardly get jobs. I started trying to learn new programming skills like Laravel framework. It was just a whole struggle and everything was just clouded. So it was like a pause. Like I was totally confused. Totally confused. But then I heard about cloud and DevOps. I was trying to make research on my own, watching YouTube videos on cloud and DevOps to see how I can learn it. But trust me, that didn't work. YouTube videos did not work for me. Even though I went to make research on a roadmap I can follow, what to learn, but trust me, it was a whole jumbled part. Right, and I made this post. This one says 10 months ago because I grabbed this picture like earlier, late last year. So, but now it would be like 1 year plus ago. All right, so then I discovered Cloud and DevOps, and I tried to register to a boot camp. So that's, if you know me, I'm somebody that I don't play with learning. Right, like I'm somebody that likes saving time, even though sometimes I can be like, oh, I'm economy, or I'm economic, like I don't want to spend money. But when it comes to taking knowledge, I'm ready to invest in it because there's something about self-development. You can't go wrong with it. That's something that have taught me over the years. Like if I had just maybe been a classroom teacher, I didn't go learn web development, I'll still be where I was, being a class teacher. But I always ensure that I was open to learn more, right? To pay for my knowledge. Because when you pay for knowledge, you're saving time. Right? So I saved myself the time of, wasting 1 year or 2 years trying to figure this out. I came across a particular boot camp like you guys are now. But then the boss then was talking about something entirely different. So I messaged him. I'd be like, I'm Bukola Samuel. My other name is also Bukola, and my marital name is Samuel. So that's the name I joined with. So I feel like I'm a fast learner. Is there a way I could still join? And the boss is like, yeah, good evening. Yeah, so Cloud Computing, they've already started, but you can join. I'm like, okay, oh. Guys, guess what? I joined and they were already 2 months in session. 2 months, which means I had to catch up with 16 classes I missed. I didn't see that coming, but then I was able to do because I was really determined. That's the thing. That's the thing about being in this session today too. You need to be open-minded. Like you can do whatever you believe you can do or you want. Anything you want to get, yes, you can achieve. I think that's the open-mindedness I need for us now, right? Your mindset is very important. If you already feel like, oh, I cannot do this thing, trust me, you won't be able to do it. If you feel like it's hard, trust me, it's going to be hard, right? So the mindset is the number one thing you need, regardless of anything. Believe that yes, you can get it. If somebody say there is no job there, believe you will get it, and trust me, you will. So see, my picture here is showing that my baby was 2 months old. All right, when I signed up, like I could have just, oh, I may not see mother, my baby is just 2 months old. Where will I put my baby and be attending classes? Right, but then I still did it regardless, right? So there is no blocker apart from you, right? You are your only blocker. So tonight we want to remove whatever blocker you might have, and let's be confident enough to take that very step that you need. So that's the goal. That's the goal. So let's see how the journey moved on from here. So see, I joined this program November 2023. And a month later, I got my very first opportunity in cloud and DevOps. Yes, like just 1 month of learning consistently. And how did I get it? This is how I got my very first job. I was doing my best, learning and also building. That's part of the things we learn in today's session. And when it comes to learning, we don't just learn and watch passively. So I was learning and also building my skills. Right. And somebody just saw my profile from LinkedIn and she just came on the group and be like, oh, is there anyone bearing Mary Ajayi in this group? Please reach out to me. And somebody in the group already said, oh, this lady, she's Mary Ajayi. I know. Then I messaged, nobody's able to join still. Okay. Then I had to message the lady and be like, oh, I'm Mary Ajayi. Oh, she's not be like, oh, we have even chatted before. You've come to meet me about. So I say, yes, ma'am. I hope there's no problem. Oh. And she just be like, there is an opportunity. All right, I'm the trainer. I need a teaching assistant for the class. Are you interested? Of course, I'm interested because that's actually put my foot in the job, right? So I got my very first job just 1 month after I started learning, just because I had a good mindset. I didn't let it stop me that I had a baby or that I joined late. So people were already 2 months ahead of me, but I got an opportunity that they didn't get. And trust me, we were about 60 something in that class, 60 something people in that class. Do you understand? So that's the thing about mindset and belief. And that's something I want you to unlock tonight. The mindset that, yes, I do not have two heads. This text into yes is for me. Do you understand? And it's not just by saying it too. You need to put in actions, you need to put in effort. So if I didn't put in action, this person would not see me to contact me. So mindset helped me know that it's possible. Actions let me take the step that I needed to take, to get the very first role. And at the end there, this was 1 month after I started learning. 4 months later, I got a real professional job in cloud and DevOps. This was really awesome. I got to work on this contract. Then at some point there, I got a US role that actually, I don't like talking about this particular opportunity now because I fucked up. Yes, I messed up because I could hardly cope. I got a US full-time role and it was a whole disaster for me. I, I only lasted 1 month and I just be like, no, no, no. Then I started realizing I need to filter the opportunities that I get. I'm a mother of 2 children, family, work. I was struggling a lot with full-time role, and US they were like 6 hours difference. So I sleep really late. I have to wake up early, prep my child. Even though I got help too for house chores, I know, but it just was such a disaster. I just needed to know that, oh, this full-time thing. Then I decided this full-time thing is not for me. It's not for me. I looked at into other parts like working part-time and then freelancing. And that took me to the very next slide I'm showing. I hit Upwork and I got my very first contract, right? This was where my freelancing journey started in 2024. So I'd be like, okay, freelancing is the thing for me, part-time. And also by the side, I don't stop doing what I love, which is teaching, because even when I stopped classroom teaching, I'm still teaching online. And yeah, here we are here, right? I'm still teaching you guys right now. So yeah, I do teaching a lot. And trust me, that's been my own calling. I can tell that's my calling because I have students. I've trained over 100 students, and they are always like, "Oh, you're good, you're good." I see the impact, and trust me, I don't want to ever stop teaching. So, yeah, so I still get to teach part time. I still do freelancing part time cloud engineering, right? So that's it on my journey so far to now, right? So from 2024 to now, I'm still a freelancer. I still am a technical trainer. I still teach. And yes, you'd be like, story, story, story. I hope the story wasn't too long, but that's my real story. And I promised someone on this call I was going to say my entire story because it's like it's long, but I think I found a way to summarize everything, right? So yes, and I know that it is not easy, to start something good. There's this thing that they used to say that something good is not easy to do. And that's true. If you want to do something that will change your life, it doesn't come easy, right? And that's what actually led to the journey of starting your Techie Hub. Because I've realized that many people are not failing because they cannot learn. It's just maybe they're learning wrongly or they don't have the right guidance, right? And that's why your Techie Hub exists. So that takes us to the very next slide. What is your Techie Hub? So I believe before coming on this call, you might have made some research on who your Techie Hub is, because now your Techie Hub is the platform bringing us all here today. So with your Techie Hub, we're just a tech academy, not just another tech academy. We focus on helping professionals build, their tech skills and also make that transition. All right, to make that transition. So our focus isn't just teaching. We have a complete program to help them get job ready. So yeah, enough of all of this talk. Enough of all of this talk. I can already see a lot of emojis going, clapping, love. That's the truth, guys. That's the truth. You can do it. That's 3 words, right? You can do it. Okay, that's like 4 words. All right, let it ring in your mind always. Open your mind. Take the small steps. That's the thing I tell my students. If you want to get a job in cloud and DevOps now, it's not one breakthrough. It's not that just one day you will sleep and wake up, you already land your cloud and DevOps job. It's not a one thing, something. It's small steps. There are small things you'll be doing. Not that you'll do so many things that will overwhelm you. Just small steps, small actions. And they will compile into that one big job that you want. And that's just the real truth about everything. So next, I'm just going to show you something. Let me see. So I want to show you something about your Techie Hub. Then we just go straight up to see, more opportunities in this field and what I expected. Okay, so let me share something else. What is this something else I want to share? I have so many tabs open right away. Okay. So let me bring in. Okay, hold on, guys. Let me just open a new slide, a new window. Okay, here we go. Okay, so now who is your Techie Hub? Let's just come and search your Techie Hub on Google. Whatever you see, take it. That's who we are. So just type your Techie Hub, enter. So here you can see the very first link you see here is our website. You can click on it. Let me click on it in a new tab. This is our website. It shows you can become a cloud and DevOps engineer in 6 months. Then we have a Google business page. Currently, we have 18 Google reviews. So you can click on it, feel free to view our reviews. These are from students that we've lectured and they got, impacted. So feel free to make research about us. We have an Instagram page. So if you've been on the wait list in the beginning days before this, webinar, you would have come across our Instagram page. Feel free to go there after this session, watch some of our videos, so this is our Instagram page. We have a lot of content, helpful content you can, watch and follow up with. We also are on LinkedIn. Feel free to go there. Yeah, so that's it. Your Techie Hub, our goal is simple. We're a tech academy that wants to give you clarity, that wants to help you build your dreams by holding your hand step by step. We don't want to leave you in a corner, right? You're not the one that will teach you and just be like, go. We have a complete package to take you from beginning to the ending. So make sure you stay tuned to the end of this webinar because they're also going to be hearing from some of our past students. They're going to come live to speak to us. And also we'll be giving you a very discounted offer at the end of this session as well. So stay tuned and watch out for more from your Techie Hub. Okay, so let's go to our very next slide, friends. Our very next slide is on opportunities. Why should you even do tech at all? Let's see. Okay. So real opportunities in cloud and DevOps. So some people will be like, oh, I've tried to do cloud and DevOps before. I didn't get a job. But there are several things that it takes to get a job in this field, and I'll reveal them to you. But then I want us to see, what does this job market look like? Are there really opportunities in this field, or people are just capping an IP? Because I was making some posts in the waitlist group saying that AI needs clouds to survive, things like that. So yeah, we're just going to discover all of these opportunities, and of course, you're still going to learn what cloud and DevOps is, in this class, right? In this class, and also, like I said, I'll show you a demo practical too pretty soon. So yes, first let's browse to our browser. We're browsing to the browser. Okay, I'll reshare my screen. So let's go make research for this job. Let's say you want some of this job. Now, do you even know where the job is? So I'm going to Windows, let's see. So now if you're going to be looking for a job in Nigeria, what's the first thing you search for? Like Cloud and DevOps job. Cloud and DevOps. Oh, I'm not even logged into my LinkedIn here. My post challenge. Okay, I think I will share my screenshot link. Guys, that's the thing. When somebody have multiple screens like this, you are multitasking a lot. Okay, so I'll just hide. Let me come back here. Cloud and DevOps jobs. That was the goal. So let's change that to jobs. So already you can already see some job posting in Lagos 4 days ago. Junior associates, cloud, junior. So when it comes to cloud and DevOps, there are entry level roles, there are associate roles, mid level. There's also senior roles, and also don't worry, we get each all of that. Of course, from now you don't want to be looking at senior roles because trust me, you cannot handle a senior DevOps role like right now or during the training. So don't worry, we're just going to work you through the jobs. So these are jobs, 179 jobs currently available on LinkedIn. Some is even in Lagos. Maybe this is all my location. Right, so you can just browse through here, but then I think it will limit me to see more. I might need to sign in or something. So let me just share my screen on how you can even search for jobs straight up from the platform. So let me present something else. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to come back. Okay, I have it here. So I have to drag here. Then let's say LinkedIn. So I just want to log into my LinkedIn profile first. So I don't have restrictions from viewing more inside. So this is my LinkedIn profile. Feel free to check me out. So I'm just going to go to jobs here. Can you see jobs? So click on jobs and search. Then I'm going to search for cloud engineer. And today you should even see how cloud and DevOps engineer roles can be intertwined, right? So cloud engineer, and you can already see, I'm already seeing some DevOps engineer role even in this search. Oh, I'm not sure I'm sharing the right screen. Okay, hold on, guys. Present something else. Okay, here we are. Okay, good. I'm sharing the right screen now. So yes, I was a jobs cloud engineer. So yeah, currently now I'm seeing a senior cloud engineer. Like I said, no senior yet. You can always tweak this filters. There are filters where you can tweak and be like the level, let's say experience level. It can be like entry level, show results. But I think this particular one is showing locally. So you can see site reliability engineer, Azure architects. But then these jobs are just Nigeria, right? Showing Nigeria. And also you can tweak if you don't want to be seeing job from more ago. Hello. Oh my goodness. It's back. Okay, yes. So I think my connection was trying to act up. Here we are. In the call back here. Okay, so I was saying you could tweak the job to show you jobs from past 1 week. So then past week I just do like show results. Site reliability engineer 3 days ago. Okay, then okay. So we have site reliability engineer, Cloud DevOps X. So I'm just going to pick one of these jobs. So when I was saying when it comes to getting a job in Cloud and DevOps, there are three ways about it. Like you have three options you can choose from. One is locally. You can decide to get a job locally. Right, that means you want to work on site in Nigeria. Yes, there are jobs like that. You can work on site in Nigeria. Also, the second part might be remotely. You want to work with international companies remotely. There are opportunities like that too. Three, or you want to relocate, right? Jackpot, maybe through global sponsorship, or talent work visa. There are works like that as well. So let's see. So this particular job I clicked on now is showing on-site DevSecOps slash cloud engineer. So let's even take a look at the role. What are the things you'll be doing? So key responsibility, pipeline automation and security. Don't mind if these things are looking like big grammar, right? They just kind of put a lot of things. So you see DevOps and CI/CD GitLab. These are the technical qualifications. So all of these things are just the pipeline. They want you to know pipeline. They want you to be able to integrate a testing to scan and comply something. They want to have a cloud provider like AWS. All right. They also want you to know the cloud provider's resources. Don't worry, I know it looks like I'm saying grammar now, but I'll still explain what all of these are very shortly. But this is a particular job now in Nigeria. And but they even put in salary, right? Look at salary, 700 to 1,000 gross per month. So this is a local job, guys. This is a job in Nigeria, and they want to pay you 700 to $1,000 per month. Trust me, that's low, but then that's straight like on-site. Local jobs can pay you this much for being a cloud and DevOps engineer. So how much is $1,000 in naira? Let's see. Let's make the math. So let's say $1,000. I don't even know how much. I think 1.3 or something. So naira. See, that's 1.3 plus million, right? 1.3 million naira a month. Okay, it's not bad for the kind of specs that they want, right? Being entry level and on site, not bad. But then if you get a remote job, you can earn more, right? You can earn more. So that's not bad at all. So this is Nigeria search, right? You can tweak your location, try to look at location at United Kingdom, United States. So let's tweak the location. Let's say United States. You can even say EMEA, that covers like the Middle East, Europe. So this is a cloud junior cloud engineer posted 37 minutes ago. This kind of job are very sweet. You can just apply right now and get your foot in. Right. Full-time job. Look at the experience. Okay, they'd be like bachelor's degree in computer science, 0 to 2 years experience in cloud computing. When it comes to this experience, there are ways you can get this experience even without being hired, and I'll share that also in this session. Right. Or you can gain this kind of experience even when you've not gotten a job. So the job be like bachelor's degree in computer science or a related field. You see some jobs, they won't tell you this and they just be like, any equivalent experience is fine by them. You don't even need to have a degree really to be in tech. Then these are the qualifications that they expect. You see, they needed to know a cloud provider. They needed to know infrastructure as a service, infrastructure as code, that's like Terraform and scripting languages like Python, Docker and Kubernetes, some certifications. So these are things you get insights to. So these are things you need, like DevOps engineer. If I let me just go straight up to EMEA. All right, so the DevOps engineer role. So just make your search, make your search. There are a lot of jobs. If I want to apply now, you apply a lot. But then at your Techie Hub, we don't just leave our students to just apply for jobs, right? There are jobs that are like priority job links, jobs that when you apply, you would get results. Not like most of these LinkedIn jobs, they just said you unfortunately, maybe because you're not applying for the right one or they already got their candidates, right? So there are ways at which we apply when it comes to LinkedIn jobs, right? We have the inbound way and outbound way, right? The one we praise mostly is the inbound way, but you don't even have to be applying for jobs. Jobs will just come and be meeting you and be like, are you available to do this work? Are you available to do this work? That's the kind that we work for, really. So we can just search to the cloud engineer. We can just do like EMEA. There are a lot of opportunities. Like if you want to apply, I'm somebody that for when I was doing my journey, I really do not have that strength to apply a whole lot because there's so much. There's so much. And when it comes to application, it's good to apply in a quality manner than just doing easy apply here on this platform. Easy apply is the number one surest way to get. Unfortunately, you're not qualified. Unfortunately, we got a better candidate. So there are ways to actually apply for these jobs, right? There are things to look out for. But I just want to let you know right now, the goal for me sharing this screen is to let you know that there are opportunities and the requirements are not something that you cannot do with the right training, with the right skill. All right. So outside this as well, we can make some more research to see, right? If you don't want to go this path, there's also the freelancing part, right? If you don't want to go the full-time job part, like I said, like me now, I'm in the freelancing part. All right, there are freelancing part that you can take and it still be fine. Because let me see. I'm here. Okay. So let me just go. Let me see. I want to search Upwork now because when I say freelancing, that's like the number one platform that comes to my own head. Upwork, but then we still have other freelancing site like Fiverr and freelancer.com. So I can just try to log into my Upwork. Or let me just even search for cloud and DevOps talent in Upwork. Okay, I are the best engineer. But this might require me to log in. Let me see. Verifying. So like I was saying, three major ways to land your cloud and DevOps role. Either you go through locally, right? Like the one we saw $1,000 per month, or you go internationally. Upwork is giving you that insight to internationally, the freelancing part of things. So here is showing you like some cloud engineers in Nigeria right now. There's some earning $20 per hour. Okay, this person have done 54 jobs from Akure, Nigeria, Ondo State. Somebody is in Calabar, Calabar. Okay, it's you in Calabar. I had somebody in Akure. If you're in Akure, you can raise the hand to do some reaction. Okay, yes, this is wow, nice, nice. See, somebody in Calabar doing 42 jobs, $10 per hour. If you calculate, let me see. There's a way I can even log in that you even see how much these people have made on this platform. $55 per hour, 22 jobs. This people have done 22 jobs. $35 per hour. This people have done 18 jobs. So let me log in. Let's see. Yeah. All right. All right. Oh, maybe I have to stop sharing my screen to log into this side. If you do have a question, yeah, we have a Q&A session in this store. You can drop your question there or write it down. We'll still take questions, right? We still have a question time. We still have a Q&A session for questions. Okay, I'm trying to log into my Upwork. Mm, Am I on the right site? Okay, I'm with you, not against you. I need to be closing some of these tabs. I'm the one that don't like a lot of tabs open at all. Okay, there we go now. All right, let me see. So like I said, so when it comes to the local opportunity, I was saying, like you can work on site in Nigeria. So the companies you want to look out for, right, like are like banks, fintech companies, startups, telecommunications company like MTN, Airtel, also consulting firms too. Sorry to get my screen. Yeah, I'll share my screen shortly. I'm trying to log into my profile. Yeah. Okay. Then also some government agencies. You see, if you notice these days, government agencies like the sites, they're getting better. Like this teen FIRS. Before, if you try to use those platforms, you'll be getting errors like sites can't be reached. Or remember those times you used to try to register for jam and then you cannot check your results just because the site is down or too much people are on the site. Oh goodness, I'm on the wrong place again. I just had to start closing all of this stuff. I start seeing something like the site cannot be reached. That's what happens with cloud and DevOps. So we're just going to go straight up into the site shortly. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, I have it here. Okay. Yeah. So next up, we're just going to talk about cloud and DevOps shortly. So feel free to still make your research about the jobs upon opportunities. Since my site is taking forever to come up, but I think you're up already. Okay, okay. It's up. It's up and it still brings me to the same. It's the same side. Okay. So you can just if you browse, you'd see some of these people are making $50,000 on this platform, $30,000, $100,000 on these platforms. All right. So yeah, that's it about it. Let's just go straight into what this cloud and DevOps thing is about because I know most of my friends here want to know what that is about. So I'm just going to go back to my slides and yeah. So yeah, I believe you can see my slide now. So yeah, what is cloud computing? That's a very big question because now when we say cloud, you don't mean sky or somebody is like, dragging wires in the sky to try to compile something and compute. No. So cloud computing simply is a platform that helps to make things available over the internet, like the apps you love now, like Netflix, WhatsApp, your social media apps, Uber, banks, AI tools like ChatGPT that you love so much, Jumia, all of these apps are hosted in clouds, right? So now cloud computing now is a platform that makes it possible for people, organizations to just be able to host their resources on the internet so that anybody anywhere in the world can view it. So I have a very perfect analogy to give you when it comes to cloud computing so that you understand what exactly cloud computing is. So let's think about Nigerian banks in 2010. All right, remember that time you have a bank account. How can you collect money from the bank account then? If you remember, you have to walk in to a particular branch, go and meet the cashier, take a withdrawal slip, fill it, right? Then the cashier looks at it, they tell you to sign. They can even tell you to sign twice, sign at the back, sign at the front. All right, they check it and then they look at your account balance. They use their money counting machine, they count the money and give it to you, right? So those days now, cloud computing is not so rampant. Those banks, what they do is they have their own data center. And what do I mean by data center? That means they have to go and look for money to buy the equipment that they need, like the server, so that their things will be running, like the computer, so that the computer will be running on the side. They have to set up networking, the servers, the cooling system. They need to also rent a space where they keep all those gadgets. Right? So 2020, you have to physically go to the bank. Then later things changed, right? They started letting you know that, oh, get an ATM card. In fact, they started enforcing you get an ATM card so that you can start collecting your money from ATM machines, if you remember. Right? Things started to change. So then you don't need to go to the banking hall no more, right? Just go to the ATM card. But remember some of those times you go to the ATM, you're on a queue, and the security man will just be like, oh, they are loading money on the ATM. Or they let you know that, hey, the server is down, they want to restart the gen, or they tell you, you understand, they have their own infrastructure that keeps that ATM machine working. So now cloud computing is something that has come to the world now to take that burden off these companies. So a bank now can decide that I want to run, and they don't need to look for money and buy those server, those equipment. They don't need to set up their own infrastructure, their own data center where they have to buy all the servers, all the networking, set up everything in a space. They don't have to go through that struggle no more. Right. And why is that? Because cloud computing makes it easy. These organizations, they can just come, spin up what they need to be running on the cloud. They won't have to go look for money to buy them. Right. So instead of owning those expensive infrastructure, you see now from ATM machines, you see the transition came to mobile banking. Now, all of us, we have apps. If I tell you to send me money now, all you have to do is carry your phone, pam, pam, pam. You press the amount, you do your transactions without having to physically go to the bank, without you getting your ATM card to go to an ATM machine or whatnot, just from your mobile phone. You use these apps and you make transactions. That is cloud computing that made that possible. With cloud computing, we already see most of these banks that own their infrastructure, they are migrating to the cloud. Some that are not fully migrated, they are doing hybrid. They still have their data infrastructure because they already have it, right? They still use it to do some things internally and they still use cloud, right? That is where cloud computing comes in. Instead of all those companies to buy all the infrastructure they need, all the servers, all the things that they physically need, instead of them to buy it, now they are just using the cloud providers. Imagine because you're tired of NEPA, you can just buy your own solar, but then your solar doesn't work as powerful as NEPA, except you want to spend a lot of money on that solar, like 2 million or 1 billion, so that it's so powerful that you can be like, oh, I don't need NEPA no more. Right? That's just how it is now. They can just use cloud computing just so they can take those burden off them, that they are the one managing the infrastructure, look for money. And it's not even just about buying those things. You have to hire the security. But they'll be monitoring it so that a money layer, all those boys will not just come and steal them. Right? They need to hire a team that will also manage it. They need to do updates. Somebody that will be monitoring the things as well. So it goes a whole long way, right? In terms of spending money instead of spending capital. So that's where cloud comes in. And I'll just go straight up to DevOps, right? So with DevOps, they're kind of twinning, right? So that's why you're saying cloud and DevOps. Cloud and DevOps, they're like a twin. So with DevOps, DevOps works with a system. So DevOps just come in form of a way that it's a whole structure on its own. The word DevOps itself is a combination of two words, dev and ops. Dev meaning development, operations, ops for operations, right? So now it is a teamwork culture. When it comes to DevOps, this is a particular system that is taking charge of the whole life cycle of the application. So if you're building a software application now, DevOps is there to ensure that from you planning about how to build the app to you building the app itself with developers, for you to deploy it on a cloud provider, DevOps is just there to make sure that all the process runs smoothly, the life cycle of the app goes smoothly, right? So DevOps helps to break the barrier between dev and ops. That's why I see DevOps engineers, they're working closer with developers. So they're not the one writing the application code, but they work closely with developers and operations team. They work together. They ensure that the system is running every time. Okay, good. And I'm just going to go straight up to same thing, right? All of these apps that you know. For example, now, do you notice WhatsApp did a new update recently? All right, they always do new updates every time. Remember, they did an update, they have channels, another update, communities, another update, they change the way status is viewing, another update. Now, if somebody checks your status, you can start messaging them from there. Like, there are always lots of updates going on. And you, the user, you don't notice when those updates happen because you have no downtime on your end. Your app did not go off at any point. So that's DevOps. It makes sure that they can release new changes. If the developers have done some code on their end and they make a change, the DevOps has a system to ensure that automation can be done. You can automate how the new change gets, to the life, to the consumers. We are the consumers, but they're the one using the apps. Right? But then as a cloud and DevOps engineer, now we're not the consumers. When you become a cloud and DevOps engineer, you have moved from consumer using this app to now the people setting up the infrastructure, right? And in the next 5 minutes, I just wanted to do a quick demo, right? And this particular demo is tailored for some of my friends that feel like, oh, tech is hard. Or you'd be like, oh, age, right? I'm more than 50 years old. But I'll just show you simple things. We're just going to do something simple in 2 steps. These are things that if after this session, if I want to challenge you, go and intimidate somebody in your house or your friend, intimidate them, tell them to come and see something. I just do these 2 things and you see their reaction. Then you can let me know in the group later, though. So I'll share my entire screen right now. We're going to do this short practical. So I'm just going to share my entire screen so we can see whatever I'll be doing here. Mm. Mm. Okay, so what I'll do now, if you follow my guide, first open PowerShell. So come to your computer. What screen is sharing? Okay, good. I'm sure you can see my screen. So come to your Windows search bar here and search for PowerShell. Just type in PowerShell. Just type it in. If you have your computer, every Windows computer comes with PowerShell. If you're not using Windows, if you're using macOS, macOS comes with Terminal. So search for the app, search for PowerShell. Then you click open. Then we're going to open it. Just click open. Open the PowerShell. So now remember I said we're doing just 2 things. Just 2 things. And I know that this thing, some tech bro have been using it to make you feel like, wow, we are magicians. So the very first thing you want to do is type in pwd. So this pwd is just a simple Linux command that means print working directory. So press enter, and it shows you a path. That means on my computer now, I'm in my C drive, in the Windows folder, and also in a folder called System 32. Don't worry, I'll show you these things, in a way you will really understand. But that's just what PWD means. It shows you the path, print working directory where you're in. Then the second command I say we're going to do now, this is the magician command. Let's type ls, just type in ls and press enter. So this is that thing running, running, running. You think maybe I'm hacking my device right now. It keeps going, it's not stopping. What's happening? Am I hacking a bank right now? I'm taking all their money. Of course not, right? So just let all this process finish. It's still loading, loading, loading. If you do this on your end too, you should get the same result right now. And it's still loading. Is this money coming to my account? What? Okay, so let's just let that process finish. It shouldn't take so long. So it's still loading, it's still loading. So I'll tell you what ls does. Ls is just a simple Linux command that means list all files and directories in this path. Remember, we did PWD that was showing the location you are in. So now ls just means list all files or directory. So all of these things that you see that were loading since now, they were just files and folder that was in the directory. So now let me show you this in a way that you would really understand, to know that now tech is not magic or you being diabolical. All right, so let's see. So now we're on this part that says C drive Windows. And this were when I said ls means list of files. So what this means is these are the files and folder I have in this directory. So what I will do now, I'll go to my C drive. So come to your file explorer, this yellow guy here on the taskbar, click on it. Okay, so let me drag it. Let me drag it where you see. So click on the file explorer. Then click on this PC. So when you click on this PC, you can already see your C drive. This one that says local disk C, this is your C drive. So click on it. And then this brings you here. So remember on the part, it says we're on C drive, this C drive. Then we are on Windows folder, then System 32 folder. So that's what we're going to locate now in this file explorer. I'm already on the C drive. Then I go straight to Windows. So let's click on Windows. So now I'm in Windows, then I'll go locate this System 32. So I'll scroll down, System 32, where are you? So this is it, right? System 32, I click on it. Then you see the results. So now this is showing me the things in that System 32 folder. Do you see 0409? This is the folder there. This is it here. 1033, this is it here. Account else whatnot, this is it here. This is advanced installer. So ls just list all the files and directory in a particular location. And this is you looking at it now. It's something you can understand. Advanced installer, AFZA, AMET. And if I scroll down, you see that there are a lot of them here. That's why that thing keeps going, going, going. I see we are hacking a bank. So if I scroll it down to the bottom, the last thing we have here is ztrace maps.dll. So let me go down here as well. See, ztrace maps.dll. Do you see? And that's it in the GUI that you are used to. So that's how simple tech can be. That's the lesson I wanted to learn. Now you just use two common Linux commands that a cloud and DevOps engineer uses. And it is not magic. Though it looks like magic, but then you just need to understand what's happening there. And now that you understand, you just see it's just a way of you interacting with your computer in another dimension. So yes, who is feeling that? Will you be trying that soon? Do you already feel like a magician? Okay, nice. Now I see a lot of reactions. That's very, very nice. Well done, friends. Well done, techies. So now you can graduate and be like you're a techie. Just start intimidating those your friends. Open a terminal, run those commands, and let them see the things you can do as a tech person. All right, all right. So now at this stage, I'm going to bring in our very first past student that have been in this stage we are in, right? But then he's been able to learn from a stage whereby everything looks like magic. He's been able to learn cloud and DevOps, transition to become a cloud and DevOps engineer. So I'm just going to check to see if he's on the call. Let me see. Oh yes, Mr. John, you're in. Thank you. I can already see his camera turned on. So let me see. I'll have to spotlight you. Let me see. Let me see. Uh, Latumbosil. Yes, so I'm just gonna print to the screen for everyone. Oh yes. Good evening, Mr. John. Oh, in case you can't speak just yet, I turned off everyone's mic because we are kind of much. So let me see. Turn on the microphone. Okay, good. I think you should be able to turn on your mic now. Okay, let me go check it again. Okay, good, good, good. Yeah, yeah. Can you try to turn on your mic now? Let's see if it's gonna work. No, we can't hear you still. Let me see. Let me log in. Okay, I think we can hear some friends now. Okay, your mic is okay. So perhaps the thing takes a while for the system to yeah. Yeah, so try to
Okay.
unmute yourself. Okay, I think it's fine now. Yes, you can go, Mr. John. So, Mr. John, welcome. I'm so glad you were able to find time to join us because I know how you be
Okay.
like, oh, you had a busy day, you might sleep shortly. So, thank you
Yeah,
so
yeah,
much
yeah.
for giving us your time. Okay,
Yeah,
thank you. Thank you. So, we just want you to come share your experience with some of our friends here. You can tell us
oh,
about yourself and what you were
okay.
doing before starting Cloud and DevOps.
Yes, good evening, everyone. I want to really congratulate every one of you on board. I welcome you. You are welcome on board. Can you hear me loud and clear? Can you hear my voice?
Yes,
Yes, we
yes,
can
I
hear
can
your
hear you.
voice.
I want to welcome all of you on board. It's good. I know you are going to be cloud engineer, cloud and DevOps engineer. It's a very interesting course. For me, I'm an engineer. I'm a computer engineer. I have a background in computer for some years, but when I discovered that I need to get into the real thing, where the thing is happening, where the big people are making the money, that's where cloud. Initially I started with AWS. I went for solution architect, but then those who was taking out in solution architect, they say, you cannot go to DevOps. DevOps is very difficult. It's a difficult course. It involves a lot of things and it will be difficult. But well, I started AWS. I managed at that time. I think I paid close to $2,000, and because I was unable to pay the money alone, some of us gathered and we did this AWS training. But I still have a quest to do DevOps. That's what my aim is. He said it's very difficult and it will cost you a lot of money before you can get it done. The guy that took us in the training there was from US. He was in US. He took us and so on and so forth. But still, the thing was not clear as the way I expected it to be. But along the line, I keep on searching, looking for where I can learn this thing. Fortunate for me, I met Mary. That's how I joined our class. Honestly, then I started explaining DevOps for us. She explained to the simplest that a layman can understand. It's very simple and interesting. That's how we started. We took us all the courses. We took us in AWS from A to Z, and he also took us on Azure from A to Z also. We learn a lot how we can deploy, how we can CI/CD, how we can containerization. He taught us containerization, Kubernetes, and all those things that you need to know. It make it simpler. And in fact, I really gave a kudos to her because part of her background as a teacher, she also played a critical role in our teaching, which made it more simpler. Even among that group that time, there's a lot of people that are from other class, commercial class, arts, and all those things that participated. All of them were able to decode, they were able to move on in the class. And at the end of the day, all of us finished the course together. But some of us who are able to take the bull by the horn, for me, I took some certification also on this, on multi-cloud, which involve AWS, involve Azure, involve G Cloud, GC Cloud, involve Hawaii Cloud, and all those things, Oracle Cloud, to the extent that you can also navigate between the one cloud to the other. and know the most suitable one for that particular deployment, which has also helped us a lot. Mary has really taught us. She has given us the foundation we need. He taught us explicitly, which I know you guys will also benefit from this training. Currently now, I work in a cloud company, which I help them. They pay in dollars, and also we also enjoy it. I know you two guys also can get the opportunity. That's where the real money is. But the joy of it, if you have now had opportunity to go to a place like US, like UK, cloud, cloud and DevOps is hot cake. You pay them like $150,000. You pay
In
close
a
to, you
annually,
know,
yes.
yes, they pay $150,000 annually. And some are working in two places. They are
Mm-hmm.
deploying for two companies and they combine it. I have a friend that said that's what he's doing. He's doing for two. And a year, he's making close to about $300,000, which is getting from this thing. Where the world is going now is a cloud. Go and type it on a Google and see the rate they are paying cloud. And all in those abroad, they need cloud engineers who can lay his hand on it and do a great exploit. I want to encourage you. You are on the right track. You are definitely going to make it. You will surely make it. With Mary teaching you, taking you through, you will definitely excel. And also she's very thorough to the core, and she will make sure that until you are feast up. And if you have any complaints, she's ready to listen to you and advise you. You are not on the wrong track. You're on the right track. You will definitely make it. And I know you will definitely make it in the name of Jesus. God bless all of you. You still have any other question that you want to ask?
Wow, Mr. John, that's a whole lot. So thank you so much for that. Wow, that's a whole lot. So what do you think about if somebody is feeling like their age, like they are too young, or they kind of feel like it's too late? People are doing tech. What advice do you have for
No,
them?
no, no, no. Age is not barrier. I have a son. My son is 15 years old. My first son is 15 years. The second one is 13.
Wow.
Fortunate enough for us is they are American citizen, and I've started training them DevOps now right away, so that by the time they go there, they will just go there and land. In fact, by the time they are doing their college, before going to university, they are already making money, working on cloud, and doing a lot of things. Age is no barrier. It's better for the children to be exposed to it so that they can get something. And also, if you think you are older, let's say you are
Yes.
40, 50, it's not a barrier. You can
60.
also learn it. You know, at times, those money you did not make when we were still young, we can make it when we are grow old.
Yes. So
The joyful part of it is that when you are doing cloud, they are not looking at your face. Nobody is looking at your face. What we need is for you to deliver. You are
exactly.
online, you are consulting, you are doing all kind of things, you are getting things done, you are deploying, you are pushing your code to the GitHub, and somebody is pulling it, is downloading it, is working,
Yeah.
at the other hand. That's it. Even at your age, 60 is not a barrier. If you are 70 and you still want to do it, go ahead, you can do it. What they are looking after is for you to deliver and make things happen. This is the most important thing. Age is not a barrier. And also at the same time, your course you did does not have any effect. If you say you are in art class, it's be difficult. No, coding is very simple. The moment you understand the principle and the gimmick, that's all. And you don't need to even code. Everything's are automated. When you look at it, it's automated for you. Just go there and copy it. Most especially Terraform. Has already prepared the template for you. Go and copy this and paste it. That's it. It's done. The moment you copy and paste and you have deployed, things has done. The system is running. The system is going for you, and you continue to do it. That is the joy of it. Age is not a barrier. Cost is not a barrier. The only thing is that you need to put in hard work. The moment you are devoted, somebody that is hard work will definitely make it, and you will
Exactly.
definitely.
Thank you so much, Mr. John. Thank you so
Mm,
much. You've said it like
mm,
that's the thing about this. If you look at most of the jobs we looked at now, they're not like how old are you? They're not like,
mm,
they're just like, can you do the job? That's the thing. Can you do the job? We give you our infrastructure. Can you manage it? Once you crash
mm,
our
mm,
system, we can trust you.
mm, mm,
So once you can do the
mm,
job, of course, the opportunities are endless. So yeah,
mm,
somebody had
mm.
this raised. I think someone has a question for you. I indeed the victory. You there? You can unmute and ask your question. Or you can type your questions in chat. The chat is open. You'll pick the questions you can, and answer a few. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Jack, because I know it's pretty late and we're keeping you. We totally appreciate
No,
your
no,
time.
no, no, no problem. We'll definitely pay the
All right.
sacrifice. You have paid the sacrifice for us when we are doing the training. We can also pay
Right.
it for you. You
Yeah,
have
I really
tried.
do appreciate
uh,
it.
you have burned the
Okay.
candle.
All right. Okay. I think I can let you go so we don't take your time. Okay. Somebody, there's a question now. Question: How does cloud and DevOps skill be of use to someone who is a business analyst? I kind of have a
Well,
perfect answer for this, but let Mr. John take it.
business analysis is a perfect. It cannot stop your cloud. Is a plus. It's a plus to you. Once you are a cloud, it's just by the way, business analyst is by the way. But when you are doing cloud, it's going to help you.
Yes. And
It's
to
going
add
to
to
give
that,
you more horizon and give you more
yes.
scope about the things.
Thank
That's
you
the
so much,
advantage.
Mr. John.
Mm, Another
To add to
advantage.
that, I believe whatever background you are coming from is never a waste.
Mm,
For example, somebody
At
like me
all.
now that came from teaching, I still find a way to bring my extra thing in what I love to this cloud and DevOps. So you can be a business analyst, you can be a lawyer, you can be in an accountant, you can be you can even be a musician, you can be in any field and still transition to cloud and DevOps successfully, regardless of your background. And no knowledge is a waste, like people usually say. You'll find a way to bring it in. Do you understand? So I say thanks for your class, so I said, do I need a back-end developer before I learn? Do I need to be a back-end developer before I learn DevOps?
Well,
No.
if you are in one, what I would say is that if you don't need to be a backup developer before you can become a DevOps, no, you don't need it. But if you have the knowledge, it's a plus for you. And all what you need is already there, the template. If they ask me to design a website that can take people to design in 3 months, I can do it in 48 hours. And the website will be ready with put a lot of database and configure all kind of things. The website will be ready. Those are what DevOps can make you to do. It is because of the experience of DevOps. I can deliver websites that people can take 3 months to do in 48 hours. The
Yeah,
website will be.
thank you so much, Mr.
Those are
John.
what we do for you.
I'm kind of feeling bad that
Okay.
thank you so much for your time, but thank you so so much.
No, no,
Like
no,
in the
no, no
system now, you
problem.
don't need to be a backend developer. If
No,
you know
no,
code is
you
a
don't
plus,
need
but you
it.
don't need to be a
You
coder or a
don't need it.
programmer
You
to
don't
do
need. You
DevOps.
don't need it.
Right? And
If
also
you
in our
have it,
program, we put in Python programming that can just help you know code, but then it's not a must to be a developer first before you can do DevOps. No. So thank you so much, Mr. John, for your time. I really
no,
do
and
appreciate
also,
this.
and also, let me also chip this
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
And also, even if you look at it and say, how will I comprehend the coding and all? Let me tell you, AI had made it them simple for you. There's a lot of where you
Thank
will go
you.
website. You don't need to stress yourself. You go there, you give you the code that you need from you as a DevOps. You pick it up and you put it there, and the system is running. You don't need to stress yourself. AI has also simplified everything for you and make your job as a cloud perfect.
And DevOps
You don't need to
seamless.
and DevOps
I
seamless. You don't need to struggle for anything. At the end of
Yes.
the month, you are laughing to the bank. Your account has been credited. You are just happy,
Mhm.
and you are just you know. I wish you
Yeah.
guys all the best. I would like to
Thank
connect
you
you.
so much, Mr.
God
John.
bless
Wow, you
you.
shared a whole lot.
Have a wonderful time.
Yes.
Mary,
Thank you so
Mary,
much. Thank you
I
so
know you
much,
will
Mr.
deliver.
John.
Thank
Of
you.
course, don't I ever? Yeah, thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you. God
All right.
bless you. Mm.
Yeah, thank you. So it says, how do I handle imposter syndrome? Yeah, so how do I So I'm gonna answer all these questions really. So yes, Mr. John, thank you so much for your time. We have to bring our next speaker
Okay.
in shortly.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you
Bye.
so much. So you've heard it,
I,
Mr. John.
I wish you all the best. God bless you.
Yes, amen. Thank you so
Mm.
much. So you heard Mr. John spent $2,000 to learn AWS Solutions Architect. That's just cloud engineering alone. And then they were still telling him that, you want to learn DevOps, it's hard though. But then with the right guidance, he was able to learn DevOps and thrive in it. I think that's the key point there. Right? He was able to learn and thrive in it. So Tonsha says, I heard you have automation. You mentioned automation. The Cloud DevOps has a lot to do with automation. Yes, automation is part of what we do in DevOps. For example, like I explained the update that WhatsApp do, all those platforms, the update they do is automated, right? So you learn things like CI/CD pipelines that helps with the automation, right? Whereby you are automating all your processes. Once there's a trigger, if an event happens, something will happen to cause all the processes to run. That's automation. Also, when it comes to Terraform, infrastructure as code, you can automate your deployment, you can automate building and setting up your infrastructure, right? So yes, automation is a part. So it says, how do I handle imposter syndrome? How long does the training take to do? So how long does it take to do this training? I will answer it very soon, very shortly. So give me time. How do you handle imposter syndrome? This is a very real question. I will answer shortly as well. I'll have to bring our next speaker. Okay, so see Mr. Kalu, you there? This is supposed to be for. Okay, so I have Mr. Kalu speaking next. Mr. Kalu is a student of mine as well that's been able to learn cloud and DevOps and transition. Yeah, in fact, he recently finished the 6 months program. Like, was it this month or last month, Mr. Kalu?
Last month.
Yeah, last month. All right, all right. Welcome, Mr. Kalu. Please introduce yourself. How are you doing? What's your background like?
Hi, you're Techie. It's always an exciting time having you on board
Yeah.
because ever since I met you, you taught me it has been a wonderful relationship. And your responses to my questions and the support I received from you. I think this relationship will last to the day of our Lord Jesus Christ. Anyway,
Hey.
my name is Mr. Carlo from Abuja, Nigeria. I am one of the students of Mrs. Mary Ajay, the last cohort that just finished last month. No, at first, it was not easy for me to join the cohort. I missed the first and the second week as a result of fear of tech. I have this fear all over me. Where will I start? How am I going to join others? I don't have any experience in tech. I was just coming from a non-tech background, then going into DevOps. Many people are saying that DevOps is difficult, it is this, and that. So the fear was all over me. But after the second week, I've already paid for this program. Will I let the money go? On a second, I said, no, since I've paid for this program, I have to join. Then the third week, I joined them. From that third week, the first and the second week, the tutorials, the templates were recorded and it was sent to me. I have to go through.
Okay. Hi, Mr. Kalu, are you still there? Oh, I think Mr. Kalu's connection is there. All right, so guys, that's the word from the horse's mouth. The key thing I want you to take note is it is achievable. It is achievable. Anybody can learn this. So I think my next speaker is on because I promised not to take much about their time, and I feel like I'm going on and on. Hi, MK, are you there? Hi, MK. So you can just hear
Hi,
from MK.
Mary.
Yeah, welcome. So a lady can also do it too. Apart from me, another lady can also be a cloud and DevOps engineer. All right, that's why we have MK. MK is also a student. She nicknamed herself DevOps Witch. She's so
Do
good
them
that she
the
says she's the
first
DevOps
week, the
Witch.
second week, the basics of the I'm sorry about that.
Okay, I think we'll hear from Mr. Kalu later. Let's hear from MK. Yeah, we'll just give Mr. Kalu time to take it. So MK, welcome so much. How are you doing today? Because I know that
Um,
you
I've
had to
been
take a lot to be here.
I've been great. How are you? It's been a while.
Yes, it's been a while. It's been a while. It's been months. So yeah, I just wanted to share your experience. Right. So I have a few questions for you. So let me just ask my very first question. So I'd just like you to give us a brief background about you. What was life like before you transitioned to cloud and DevOps, right? What was life like before you transitioned to cloud and DevOps?
Okay, so for me, I was in the media space. I worked in a radio station. I've always had this love for tech, anyways. But I think my first love was for cybersecurity. And when that didn't work out, and then um, cloud computing came up. So that was decision of my friends, and they were like, you know what? Why don't you just do cloud? And then I started the whole training process. So I was a bit skeptical. I mean, I said, how would I be able to get this thing done? So we started, Mary was an amazing mentor. She taught us well. I mean, at some point it got difficult. You know, you're just trying to navigate through the whole thing and you're trying to understand what is this one, what is that one. You think you've gotten full grasp of it, but nah. So for me, it was constant study, constant research, trying to know. Then there's the hunger that comes because
Yeah,
you really want to know these things. So if you really want, when you're hungry for something and have passion for it, I think you can go places with it. Um,
exactly. I want to chip in something. Sorry, MK. You know, some people when they try something and they struggle, like you said, you are having difficulty, at some point, right? Some people with just small difficulty they would have given up. But what stood up for you? How come you didn't give up? What did you do differently?
eh, ah, so I developed this love, this passion and hunger for DevOps. I became when I finished, I discovered there are still some things to learn. So I became crazy about it. I was always doing hands-on projects, looking for things to do, break and put together. I'm still in the learning process, know that, because I mean DevOps is wide, it's vast,
You
it's
learn every day.
learn every day. You have to spend money, to get knowledge. That's the truth. So I was constantly learning. Sometimes I'm like, but I know this thing now, and now how come I forgot? So sometimes if you're away from your system for a while, it's like you forgot to. So it's constant learning, practice, hands-on projects. You really need to. You really need to. You need to like. You have to develop this passion. There has to be a passion and hunger for it. That's the only way you can sell in this sell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank,
I'm listening.
yeah.
Mm.
Yes, yeah. So and also, some people might be like, "Oh, this tech thing is hard. I cannot do it." What do you have? Do you have a message for someone that feels like, "Oh, I'm not ready. Maybe I'll be ready next month." What advice would you have for
What
such
I would
person?
say to that person, start now. See, I'd like to say that I'm a queen of procrastination, but that shit has put me where I ought not to be. So start now. Start now. Just do it. See, the fear would come. You would think you would not be able to do it. You would think, oh, would I be able? See, do it. Just try.
Yeah, the
Just
imposter
keep at it.
syndrome.
Yeah, just keep at it. Trust me. Just I've been there. Just keep at it. So let me just. So I have a guy who is more like my friend and also my mentor. I used to dread that guy's call because every time he calls me, he would ask me technical questions. I'm like, why is this guy? So it don't make me feel like I don't even know this DevOps thing at all. No. But you know what? I went back. I'm reading, I'm studying, I'm trying to understand. I'll just sit for some hours. I want to understand, I want to know this thing. As I'm making friends, as I do, you have to, like I said, constant practice,
Yeah.
trainings. I'm jumping on things that I see. Sometimes I'm seeing internship, I'm joining. I just want to know. I'll come back and try to study on my own, try to understand, do more research.
Yeah.
That
So
way,
will you say there are opportunities in this field, and how did you get your first opportunity?
so I would say that the opportunity part, I won't lie, the competition is stiff because man, when you see people are brighting up. But I think what would make you stand out is when you know what you're doing, because to be honest, it's more technical than it's theoretical. Like I say, you have to know what you're doing. Really have, because these guys will ask the way you know that you ask you questions that from this angle they really actually want to know, do you know? So that's where the hands-on projects where you need to know what you're doing. So if A, let me say, if A goes towards B, what would all those kind of questions? So you have to know your onions. You have to also stand out. The commission is stiff. Is stiff, kind of. We have other people there that who have been there and are still coming in. So what will make you stand out is you know exactly what you're doing, and you also have to be confident. Like I said, constant practice and just constant research, training. Just
Mm-hmm.
make friends with other people. Try to also
Yeah.
get knowledge from other people too.
Yeah,
To ask,
networking, have
networking
like a
also.
peer
Yeah,
groups, have a community. I think your key thing is community. Have people with like
I mean,
minds.
in short,
Surround yourself with people that have that.
I just left the
Yeah.
AWS community some days because those guys are constantly talking. Like the group is never quiet for even one day. So me, I just got there. You know what? Please, let's just give me this.
Yeah.
They are constantly dropping. See, you see the things that they are dropping are actually really good. They're telling you, but they are more advanced. So they are always constantly talk about the market, that a lot of products coming
Yeah.
up, AI. So you have to keep abreast. To be honest,
Yeah.
when you see them, the things that they post, you're like, I never even start to. Maybe even fix it. They'll make you like, you start questioning, like, I've not even started though. But don't be moved by all
Yeah.
the, just know, like my friend was said, there are things that you need
Yeah.
to just know the four basic things
All right.
that works in DevOps.
Thank
And
you,
you
MK. I think from what you said, I can pinpoint what you said, like hands-on practicals. I think that's the key. Like hands-on practicals, we beat certifications every time or degrees. Like hands-on, you can never go wrong with hands-on. Somebody say, MK, don't scare us away. Oh
No, I'm
yes,
not.
MK.
No, I'm not going to scare you, but I
Yeah,
have to be
sure.
real. So you have to
Yeah,
know that this
yeah,
is this. So you know
yeah,
what
sure,
you
sure,
have to
sure.
prepare
So the
yourself.
thing, yes,
But hands-on, let me
yes,
tell you,
yes.
hands-on, for me, hands-on
Yes,
projects,
hands-on, exactly. So that's the key thing we've been saying since. Like,
hands-on.
if you are going to do the job, it's about can you do the job more
Hmm.
like your age, more like your degree, more like
Nah.
your experience. It's about the job every time.
I would
So
always
thank you
choose
so much.
hands-on over, sorry, I'll always choose hands-on over certifications.
Of
Certifications
course.
are good, though. They are good. But you see, hands-on, knowing that you can do these things, so they do it for us, then you can do it. That gives you some sort of confidence. But certifications also are good. But you see, hands-on projects,
Yeah,
they are
yeah.
not, you can't play with those ones. They're not
Thank
negotiable. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time and sharing your experience, MK. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on board. So you can go and join your other session you said you had.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
All right then.
Well done, well done. She's busy.
Mhm.
So that's the thing I want to also, mention. right? Like when it comes to transitioning into cloud and DevOps, everybody have their own different timeline, right? You see somebody, they are training in 1 month, they already got their job. Other people are training in 3 months, they got their job. Some people it will take them 6 months, and some people the truth it might take them 1 month. I mean 1 year, right, to get your job. But the good thing is the consistency, and also having the right support is very important. Mentorship. When you are stuck, do you have who to run to? Do you have help? You can be consistent doing the wrong thing, right? You can consistently do the wrong thing. So before I bring my next speaker in, I want to talk on what recruiters, look out for. I'm just going to share my screen shortly. Yeah, Funja says you need both at some point, mostly if you're working. Sure, it's a plus to have certification, not that it's bad, right? But then hands-on mastery of the skill will always beat certification. If you go and back on your certification, you can't do the job. So to what notes? Do you understand? So certifications are good, they will support you, make you look more credible. But then hands-on is what determines if you keep the job, if you keep the job you get. Exactly. So now what recruiters actually look for, I think MK have mentioned some of the parts already. All right. So some people think they need to have degrees, they have to be a tech person, I have to study computer science degree, or I have to have a science tech. That's not true. You do not need to have a degree at all. Talk more a science degree, because what matters mostly is, can you do the job? Can we trust you? Right? And some people think it's endless certificates, right? That you take the AWS now, you can take Azure 900 until you take Azure 104, until you take AWS Cloud Practitioner or AWS Solutions Architect. It's not about all of those certificates, really, right? So this is exactly what they want. The reality is the skills. We've been saying this, practical skills. And how do you get? You can see a particular question a friend was asking and be like, how long does it take to actually learn this skill? Right. So, and like I kind of think I mentioned that when I be like, lots of friends have different timelines. And I'm going to show you a structured program very soon that can help you gain the hands-on experience, the timeline that is good to accommodate any individual coming from any learning kind of space. All right, so you're going to see that shortly. So projects, you need to build projects, you need to have a portfolio that will serve as a proof that yes, this person have done this kind of jobs. Remember, if you did it before, you can do it again. All right, then problem solving skills as well. So yes. So it goes beyond just certifications, or just have a certificate that be like they don't even ask if you have masters or PhD. If you have those ones, you just have them. Can you do the job? Oh, this body can do the job. Oh yeah, the right check for you. $3,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, right? So it comes with the skills every time. Skills will beat certifications every time. Consistency will also beat talent every time. But then don't consistently do the wrong thing, because it just means you're constantly wasting your time. You see, that's where structured mentorship comes in, right? Okay, so our next speaker will come up shortly. But before then, I have like a roadmap to show you. I know some friends are looking forward to seeing a roadmap. So when it comes to cloud and DevOps, these are the most things you need to learn, right? You need to know IT basics. When it's IT basics, not too much. Just know information and technologies. What is tech about? When it comes to your computer, can you operate your computer? Do you know exactly your OS? Do you know what is involved in making up your OS? Virtualization as well, understanding cloud computing, one programming language to learn. Like John says, you don't need to have a programming knowledge, or you don't need to be a back-end developer. But then if you know one programming knowledge, it can help you get better in this. You can leverage on that, right? You need to understand operating systems like Linux, Windows, CI/CD pipelines. For that friend I talked about automation, right? Logs management, automated testing, source code. Feel free to take a screenshot of this page right now, read about it. If you know all of these key things on my screen right now, trust me, nothing is stopping you from landing your very first job in cloud and DevOps. Okay, so next up, I'm bringing my next speaker because I know I had to drag him to be here. He's so busy and I do appreciate him being here. Hi, Chris. Are you there? Oh, goodness. Thank you so much for your patience.
It's all right. Good evening.
Good evening. You're welcome, Chris.
Thank
Good
you for
evening. You're
having me.
so welcome. We're so welcome. It's nice to see you. It's been a very long time I saw you.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So, Chris, just briefly, just tell us your background and introduce yourself. Just that's my first question now. Your background and introducing yourself.
All right. Okay. So my name is Christopher Jedayo. I'm a cloud and DevOps engineer. I work remotely actually. And I need to sharply say this that somebody said certifications is very important. I don't have any certifications. I'm working remotely. So I want you to get that what Mary Ajayi said about your answer, that's the most important thing. Nobody is going to ask you, okay, where's your certification first? So I need to first address that. All right. And what was I doing before? Well, I was and I am a businessman. I run a commerce business and I have a pet bottle factory. We do something like this. So
Oh
can you see where
wow.
I'm coming from? I'm not even coming from tech. I'm coming from doing something like this and e-commerce. So yeah, anybody can do this. And I studied performing arts, University of Lorraine. Imagine acting to
Wow.
being a cloud DevOps engineer.
Wow. Wow. That's a lot. Like from Ijoya, Ijoya. Wow, nice. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so I think I'll just ask you different questions from what our other speakers have talked about. So, have you tried learning tech before? Knowing that you're completely from a tech background, let's say before you enroll into a structured bootcamp with have you tried learning on your own? What was that experience like?
See, truth be told, it was horrible because oftentimes I was using YouTube, and here is the problem about doing that. The learning is not structured because the person will only talk about one particular topic. And when you
Mm-hmm.
run to it, you have nobody to ask questions, you have nobody to run to. However, in Techie Hub, you have somebody that has been into this for years, that has seen the ups and downs. So when you ask your question, you know that you are getting it from the best. And this is somebody that's going to break it down for you. In fact, it's like you are learning and you're having fun. That's the truth. So you are doing two in one, Nakolabo, learning and having fun.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. Thank you so much for that. It's a collabo. You are learning, having fun, and you are building. When you see what you build, you will be happy. Guys, look at the demo we did few minutes ago. When you're not happy to see how those things were running, that's how our classes are. Like there is no dumb. You see what you're doing, you understand it. It's not abstract. It's not about you go and racking your brain and get dumb. You see what is happening, you understand it, you are in it, right? That's what we call hands-on, and we do that 100%. Thank you so much. Okay, I want you to tell us how you landed your first opportunity. Being a businessman, e-commerce big guy, you still find your way in cloud and DevOps. How did you land that your first opportunity?
All right, okay. Mary said something about outward and inbound. I mean, the
Yes.
outward and inbound. I will tell you this, and I know it's going to shock you. I did not apply for the roles I'm having, for the roles I'm working on remotely. It actually
Mhm.
came to me.
I'm
Like I was
telling you,
thinking
some
and
people
I
don't
got the
believe it.
message. Would you? We like you to do this. I was like, yeah, let's do this. In fact, at that moment, my wife was pregnant with twin, actually. So that shows you that I was actually busy with something else entirely. So when I got the offer, I was like, yeah, let's do this. And MK says something about it being competitive. Everything in life is competitive. But I will dare you that see, I'm part of I will try as much as possible to be part of Techie Hub. So you can take my word for it. If you study this and you have your projects, all the projects from Mary Ajayi, you do it very well. If after like 6 to a year you don't have a job, I promise you get a job. I made a video about it that you cannot do DevOps and you'll be jobless. It's practically impossible. Yes, take my word to a bank. You can't do this with Techie Hub, because one of the things you are going to be getting from Techie Hub, yes, I know I'm saying a lot of things. One of the things you are going to be getting from Techie Hub is career coaching. So it's not that you are just doing this and doing that. Techie Hub is going to show you what exactly you are going to do. How are you going to apply your CV revamp, all of these things. So Mary is holding your hand step by step to do this. So at the end of this, if you are just dedicating, let's say, 2 hours a day, 1 hour a day, 30 minutes a day, every day, and you follow all this, I can guarantee you, just concentrate, follow the career coaching, give yourself, like, say, 6 months, 1 year, you look for jobs. I can guarantee you, you are going to get the job. Actually, let me put a caveat. At the beginning, because you are at your junior level role, you might not get the big amount you want initially. But Cloud and DevOps, yes, you can be jobless.
That's the thing. I think that will lead me to my very, very next question. Like, do you think there are opportunities in this field, or maybe in the next 5 years, there won't be opportunities in Cloud and DevOps? It's going to be saturated. They won't need it no more. What can you say about the opportunities in Cloud and DevOps right now and in the next 10 years to come?
All right. See, guys, I said this. I came from performing arts. When I wanted to switch to tech, I was like, what should I go for? Because I usually hear about cybersecurity. Until I started making my research, I won't lie to you, I was chatting with ChatGPT that, okay, I want to move into tech. What should I go into? And I told ChatGPT, I'm a dumb person. I won't lie. I'm not a smart person. So if you think you are not so smart, because when you see the screen, you think it's from somebody very smart. I'm not a smart person. I'm not a brilliant person. I didn't graduate with first class or 2-1. All those let my people go person I use finish from University of Ilorin. Imagine study performing arts where you go they sing, go they dance. And I still cannot graduate with first class. You see, say I know brilliant, I know sabi jack shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, I do remotely. So I was asking ChatGPT, I tell ChatGPT that I'm a dumb person. Oh, what can I learn that person will be dollar like me can still succeed for that? ChatGPT said go for DevOps. Because in the next 10, 20 years, DevOps is still here. And I know you'll be thinking, but why do you say that? Because all of us, if you've never heard about ChatGPT, maybe you are living under a rock. because virtually, you are using ChatGPT, we are using AI. All of us know that, yes, this is AI race. And that's your AI that you are using. Do you think it's working automatically? No. All the data is getting it from somewhere, and it's from the data center. If you look at Topic, you look at ChatGPT, you look at all these big companies in that's running to AI. Go and check how they are spending their money.
Yeah,
They're spending it on data centers. Now, here's the thing. When they have that data centers, who do you think will be pushing that their code from that data center to that their AI? It's you, the data engineer.
Yeah.
In as much we are in AI boom, you are making your money. That is one. AI boom, that is one. 2, all businesses now they are moving into cloud because it's easier and faster and it's cheaper. So just know that, okay, this skill that you are learning, that you are about to learn, it's not something that's going to change in the next 1, 2, 3 years. It is where things are going into. It is where life is going into. It is where money is going into. I was telling a friend some days ago that it is only tech, cloud and DevOps I've ever seen that you can learn in few months and start making business in few months. I mean, start making money in that field in few months. Yes. Because I studied performing arts 4 years. I've the amount of money I've made from cloud and DevOps, I've not made it from my 4 years training that I did in school, that I spent a lot of millions. And they will tell you, if you don't do this, you are going to get an F. But I learned something. A few months later, I've gotten a remote job. And mind you, another thing I would like to say, you might be thinking for you to do this must be in Lagos or in Abuja. I'm not in Lagos, and I'm not in Abuja. I'm in one remote village like that.
Why
But
say it?
jokes apart, I'm not in Lagos,
Yeah,
I'm not
I
in
know.
Abuja. I'm in a small place and I'm working remotely and I'm getting my money. So don't think for you to do this must be in Lagos, must be somewhere. No, not at all.
Thank you so much. The fact that Cloud and DevOps is, like I said earlier, like there are three ways you can get this job. You can be like, I want to work on site to earn your money. I want to go remote to work with foreign companies, earn in foreign currency. You can be like, I want to even jackpot. There's on that place that we have not even touched yet. Like there are people that can jackpot with these opportunities. Are you good with Cloud and DevOps skills? You see companies are sponsoring to take somebody to US, UK, Canada,
Exactly.
there's Germany as well. Like
Yeah,
these are
I have a friend like that. He's a Yoruba guy like me. Actually, he's
wow.
married with a kid,
Okay.
and it's DevOps that took him to Germany, and it's this
Wow.
company that paid for everything. They even paid for the first 3 months for his accommodation. They paid for his first 3 months. That okay, after that first 3 months, now you can. And this somebody that only had like 2 to 3 years experience. And when we say 2 to 3 years experience, you don't necessarily need to be working for somewhere for that your 2 years experience.
Yes.
Checking up is going to be that how you can show yourself as if you have that 2 to 3 years experience. And when they call you to come and do that thing, you can actually do it yourself. No, you to think about it. Most of us want to leave this country. Let's say you leave that country. The last thing you want to be except don't I want you to get this.
Let's see. People are
I
down.
want to get that it's actually choice. It's a choice. I'm not talking down some people that go there to do care job. It's a fantastic job. We need it. But not everybody would like to do that. So what
Mm-hmm.
of you travel out of the country, but you have a skill? Because this skill you are getting, it's global skill. DevOps is global skill. You are in Germany, you are in US, you are in Canada, New Zealand, name it. You can work. It's a global skill. Even if you travel out of this country, you can easily work. Because I can guarantee you, the next call I'm going to have with Mary Ajayi, it will not be from Nigeria. I can guarantee you. And I'm going to tell you guys that, see, I'm a DevOps engineer and I'm not in Nigeria.
I'm telling you, lot of confidence. And that's the thing. This confidence now is a confidence that you can get because you've tapped into the field. And how did you do it? Hands-on training. You can deliver on the job. You get the opportunity. If you get the opportunity once, it's just the stepping stone. You keep getting opportunity. So I do not doubt you when you say the next session is abroad. I know it's possible. I know 100%. Wow. Thank you so much, Chris, for your enlightenment. I didn't even know some of these things you mentioned today, right? I'm just even hearing from you. You guys don't share a lot with me. All right. Thank you so much. So yeah, what advice do you have to our friends listening now? They want to start Cloud and DevOps and they're like, oh, this thing will be too hard. Okay, you already said you're not a smart person. I think that feels it. Maybe they just feel like it's too late, or I will not be able to do this, my age, or whatever objections they might have. Or I've done it before somewhere, but I've not gotten jobs. What do you think they are doing wrongly? I think let's address that. I've done this Cloud and DevOps before somewhere. I don't have job. What do you think they are doing wrongly? Yeah, I think that should be our final question, so you can round
All right.
up. Yeah.
All right. So there is this person that messaged me, I think last week or 2 weeks ago. I don't want to mention the name. The person actually paid like 1.1 million to learn DevOps. And the person was like, he wasted the money. And I asked him, why did you say that? He said everything was just jam-packed. And the teacher seemed like he's rushing somewhere. I was like, I said that person, the chop or be that too. So here is the thing. When you are with Techie Up, things should be taken one step at a time for you. And like I said, most places you are going to learn DevOps. None of them, or let me say majority of them, they are not giving you career coaching. Like they are not telling you how you can revamp your CV, how you can apply to these jobs. In Techie Up, you are going to get that. Like basically like once or twice a month, you are going to be like, okay, this is how to do this is how to do that, this is how to apply. So you are not left wanting. And if you think this is hard, I'm telling you, yes, nothing good comes easy. We know that. Yes. All you need, even if you think you are not smart, because like I said, I'm not a smart person, just dedicate. So I want you to try this. Just dedicate 30. I know you are a busy person. Maybe you are married, you have kids, you have 9 to 5 jobs to do. Just dedicate like 30 minutes a day to your learning. I can guarantee you are good to go. So you don't need to be smart. You don't need to be extremely brilliant. I'm not a brilliant person. I'm not a smart person. However, I just like to sit in front of my laptop and I say, okay, let me just see what I can figure out today.
Yes.
So anybody can do this. If you are old, you are young. I have a friend that it's around that time that she got married that, you have to do your honeymoon and all these things. And she was learning Cloud and DevOps. So anybody can do this. And even if you think, oh, I'm not a smart person, I don't easily get things. See, there is a teaching assistant that will be teaching assistant for you. So if anything goes missing, or something goes wrong, or you are confused, you have somebody standby that you can reach out to. If it's 12 midnight, when the person wakes up, he will respond to you.
I'm telling you, Chris has told us all about it already.
You have direct access to Mary Ajayi.
Yeah.
You have direct access to Mary Ajayi. If anything goes wrong, reach out to her. She will. So you are in good hands. You are in good hands, and
so
there's nobody going to yell at you that, oh, why you not getting this pass? So
anything is learnable, and we believe in you. That's the truth. Thank you so much. Because of time, I can see some of my friends are like, time. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much, Chris, for sharing a lot. Because it takes a lot to even hear from someone that is in the field, someone that was just like you in a webinar, don't know what to do, and now it's been able to break into Cloud and DevOps. That's really awesome. So I'll just go straight to the offer, of which, yes. Yeah, if you're still here, drop an emoji, comment fire if you're learning. Are you gaining insight already? Because remember, we said this session is clarity packed. Are you gaining your clarity already? Okay, great. I'm seeing the emoji. I'm seeing love, clap, thumbs up. Exactly. So I'm just going to go straight next to my slide here. We've already talked about the hard truth, right? The trap that some people are in right now. You are learning without building. That doesn't happen in your Techie Hub. I think Chris have talked about it. You won't be doing this alone. You have a community. Don't wait until you feel ready. MKT starts now. And also, no way to quit early. You have teaching assistant that will hold your hand if you are stuck. If you have a difficulty, you are not quitting. You have who to run to. It's not like YouTube you watch and you're stuck. You don't know what to do. AI will even confuse you more. Also, fear of failure. Somebody is scared. Fear of failure is also a thing. If you're scared of, oh, I can't do it, trust me, you've already even failed before you start. Why not just start and see the opportunities that are there for you? So, my friends, you only have 2 choices right now that you're going to be making. 6 months from now, you can be option A, you can still be confused, you can still be planning, you can still be watching free videos on YouTube, or you can be option B, doing your hands-on projects, growing your tech confidence. Do you see that Chris talk is not even from shyness, it's talking from confidence from building projects, confidence from landing opportunities, getting your first job, becoming job ready. So it can be option A or option B in 6 months from now. That I leave to you. I believe I've done my part when I said you're going to get clarity in this session, because now I helped you with all of the confusion, let you know the opportunities in this field. You heard from people that have been there, done that, and now you have to make one choice from these 2 options. Okay, guys. So now Chris has mentioned some of the things we have in your Techie Hub, Cloud and DevOps program. So like you said, Cloud and DevOps is not something you learn in today and start learning, or 1 month. Like somebody wants to learn Cloud and DevOps and they are rushing you. We don't do that here. It takes time. Cloud and DevOps is not something you can learn in 1 month and you start earning. Like I said, I got my opportunity 1 month in. It's possible, but then with a right structure that doesn't overwhelm you from the start. And that's what we do. You can become a Cloud and DevOps engineer in 6 months. A job ready one, not just one that will just teach you theory or just answer and leave you. We are giving you a full transformation path full transformation platform. Now that you don't know anything in cloud and DevOps, join us, build your hands on, get portfolio, land your job. And how do we do that? We do live classes. We know adults get bored easily. We don't give you pre-recorded video to go and watch that you play it 2 hours video, you just start sleeping. That happens a lot in adulthood. I cannot blame you. So we see that's a problem, and we don't do that here. You have live classes, and you attend them twice a week. These classes last 2 hours per class. Like Chris said, it's fun, hands-on, you're building. If you teach a concept today, small theory, you are in the practical, seeing how things work, understand what you are building, right? Then you have full access to class recordings. Whatever class we do, there's recording. If you're in class, you can always rewatch recording to rebuild your project, or you miss a class because of, things happen. You have a recording to catch up to, right? Catch up with the class before the next session. So you have full access to our class recordings, and you're going to be building hands-on real world projects. Real world project, not projects that can give you that 2 years experience that some of those job, opportunities we're asking of. You get hands-on labs. You build labs on every concept you will learn, every tool you will learn, and you build real world projects. Also, Chris mentioned this, career coaching sessions. Yes, we do not just teach you and let you go inside the blue ocean and start struggling for a job. Trust me, the job market can be tough, but with the right guidance, you can land yours. Career coaching sessions where you get to do CV and LinkedIn optimization. We teach you how to apply for jobs, how to get the job. Remember when you said inbound and outbound? Majorly, yes, inbound. You just be on your own. If you optimize the profile well, you just start getting DMs that people be like, oh, are you available for this job? And there's no magic. It's the right approach, the way you optimize your profile, the way you practice the things you learn from career coaching sessions, you position yourself rightly to land these opportunities we talked about. Then there's interview prep. And also outside the technical training, you have a dedicated teaching assistant support. Let's say after classes, you're building your project, or you even want to explore more and build more projects. If you are stuck, you have someone to run to, even at 12 midnight, like Chris said, you have someone to run to help you for support. So these are the things we offer, everything you need. So this is not just another course that will just say, go and study things out on your own, or we teach you and let you be, right? We hold you by the hand, step by step, everything you need to know, from learning to implementing to landing your first job, positioning yourself rightly to land your first job, and even more, right? Because the mentorship is there. You have lifetime mentorship to I, to Chris, to all of our technical trainers that we're bringing on board. And at the last of it all, you're building a strong portfolio, right? Because now portfolio is very important to landing your job. It's not just about building these trainings. We teach you how to document and set up a very strong portfolio so that by the time you have the job, portfolio helps you get the job, really. It helps you get the job because they can see, oh, this person has built this before. It's not just audio thing, right? So we document, you build a very strong portfolio that is very helpful to you landing your first job. So you get all of this, 6 months, you can become a cloud and DevOps engineer if you want to. And we have a cohort that is open to start on Monday, right? By next Monday, our June cohort is starting. And what is your investment? Did you hear when Mr. John said he paid $2,000 to only learn AWS Cloud? But we know how things can be, right? We try our best, and we're actually offering 50% discount right now. If you go on our website, you see more details on this. We're currently offering 50% discount, and you get to pay one time 350,000 naira for 6 months learning. Did you hear that? For 6 months, you're only paying 350,000 naira. And then some friends can be like, oh, maybe can we pay installment? I know some people will just ask, can we pay installment? So yes, we have 2 installments plan, right? You can pay twice, 200K first, and by the second month, you complete with 180,000 naira. So yes, you pay to this account right now on the screen, Fidelity Bank, the number Mary Ajayi, and you send receipts to this number on WhatsApp. So yeah, people to take a screenshot. And I know time is very much exhausted, but I believe we learned things from this, session. So yes, if you have questions, feel free to drop in chat. So enrollment closes Friday. Yeah, or you can unmute. I think the mic is unmuted. You can raise your hand, you can unmute and speak. So enrollment closes this Friday because we need to onboard our students. Like we don't accept payment on Monday and you join class on Monday. There are things you need to do to prep to be ready for class. So by Friday, enrollment closes, and yeah, so you're going to pay to hear. Closes on Friday. Question and answer session. You can be a master in procrastination, or you take the right decision and start going towards the path of being a cloud and DevOps engineer with a structured mentorship, structured path. So yeah, any question, open to take questions. Of course, you're going to leave shortly. This is 9 p.m. Wow, we've done a whole lot. Okay. All right, all right. Just saw Olakule's chat. So yes, yeah, this is the training fee. Yes, you're going to learn cloud and DevOps. You're going to learn the tools. The brochure will be dropped shortly in the group, so you can see, a detail of the things you'll be learning, the tools you'll be learning. You'll be learning CI/CD pipelines, Terraform, Azure, and AWS. You're learning two cloud providers. All the things you need, all the things that those job applications were asking. You're learning everything: CI/CD pipelines, Terraform, also Jenkins, GitHub Actions, Kubernetes, Docker. Mention all the DevOps tools that are needed, two cloud providers. You have access to them all and a very discounted price. Trust me, guys, you won't get this anywhere. If you're going to get this somewhere, maybe they're telling you 4 months training with a much more higher price. Trust me, make your research. All right, here we're giving you everything you need to go from zero to hero. So yeah, I'm seeing some charts. I'm motivated. All right, all right. So yes, you're learning everything. I'm also coming back here to share my testimonial when I'm done with this training. Of course, you're welcome. Like my students, they don't find it hard to give testimonials because they got the results. Go to our website, go to your techiehub.com, scroll, you see our student testimonial about 9. They're all happy to share their results because yes, they get their value. All right. So yeah, for now, the schedule are Mondays and Thursdays, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. That's the schedule for the class. Yeah, which days of the week? Yeah. So 7 to 9 p.m. on Mondays and Thursdays. And in between those days, you have your teaching assistant on standby if you are stuck on anything. Yeah, so Mondays and Thursdays. Yes, a lot of day. Mondays and Thursdays. So yeah, jump on it right now. 50% discount is no joke. We've done our best. We've given you all you need to take, the very step, build your confidence, give yourself that future that you want for yourself. He says it's fine. Yes, sure, it's fine. It's even perfect. So because of time and I see no more questions, I'm going to be rounding up and yeah. But so further information will be dropped on the group. Remember, guys, the WhatsApp group is still open. If you have questions, put them on the group. You can message me privately as well for questions. The brochure will be dropped on the group so you get more insight on the tools you'd be learning. Right? So let me even go back. You are getting everything you need. No excuses. So nobody joins this program and oh, I did not learn anything. It's a waste. No. All right, so you get everything you need. So yes, any more questions? I see no questions. Just like it's fine. Mondays and Thursdays, okay. I'm Marilyn. The fact that I'm learning AWS and Azure, like seriously, you're learning two cloud platforms. And the way we do it here in our Techie Hub, we don't overwhelm you. We don't teach Azure and AWS simultaneously because that confuses students. We've learned the roadmap that works. We start with Azure, ensure that you understand all cloud fundamentals. Azure has a way of making those fundamentals easy to understand. And those fundamentals are always the same on AWS. So we start with Azure. By the time you master Azure, we move to AWS, and you're going to be a master directly because with AWS, it's like revision. You already are doing the cloud fundamentals that you know, and it makes sense. All right, all right. I think that's all. That's all. First, say Kubernetes and Docker are always where I lost when doing this personally. We'll get there. So yes, Kubernetes and Docker is also covered step by step from beginner level. You don't need to know anything in DevOps or cloud or Docker or Kubernetes. Just come as you are, willing to learn with the right mindset, and we get you there. Okay, that's about time. Cheers, friends. I'll drop the information on the group. We can converse more from there. You can make your enrollment, send receipts, and yeah, we'll see you in class on Monday. Cheers. All right, see the reactions. Cheers, guys. Cheers. Have fun. Bye.